organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, the Iowa Dance Department is looking to dance somewhere new.
And the local bus system is causing headaches for international students. We have the story.
Tonight, we give you a breakdown of Iowa's 7th win of the season and tell you who helped lead the team to victory.
All that and more coming up.
Daily Iowan TV starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Andrew Roberts.
And I'm Kelsey Stanger.
The University of Iowa Dance Department is hunting for a new place to call home. The department currently resides in Housey Hall. The building was constructed in 1915 and was named after Elizabeth Housey, a woman who was passionate about physical activity for women. The building used to be known as the Women's Gymnasium. Now, dancers come there to learn and practice. However, the department chair says the building's old age can pose a challenge.
Our biggest challenge in this building has been the fact that it's not climate controlled. And that is a huge challenge because we're athletes. And so, for example, imagine the rec center if it didn't have that climate control so that you could exercise vigorously and not pass out. So that is a very large challenge for us here. And we hope to correct that soon.
The department has not announced where they're looking to move, but they are seriously looking for a new space.
As we head deeper into the political season, presidential candidates continue to pop in Iowa. Today, Democratic candidate Bernie Sanders was in Iowa City at a local house party. The event raised funds for his campaign. Saturday, Republican candidate Carly Fiorina spoke in Cedar Rapids, and Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump will be back in Iowa next week, this time in Burlington. Trump will be hosting a Make America Great Again rally at 6 p.m. on Thursday. And 9 Republican presidential hopefuls will be in Iowa over Halloween at the Iowa State Fairgrounds in Des Moines.
A local woman ended up in jail this weekend after claiming to be Olivia Pope, a character from the popular television series Scandal. 20-year-old Kelsey Cousins of Iowa City called 911 Thursday night and said there was a van with a bomb in it heading to the White House. Police found Cousins at the local sports column and reported a blood alcohol content of over 0.2. She was charged with 2 misdemeanors.
Iowa City is home to a complex bus system which is often used by college students, but there is a group of international students who think the bus system needs improvement. Daily Iowan's Xuan Zhang explains their concerns.
International students find it hard to take advantage of the city bus system. The city buses has more than 20 roads, but students say the bus system is confusing. For international students who came to Iowa City the first time, taking a bus is hard.
I don't know which line I can take, and even if I take that, I don't know which bus stop I need to get off.
People can find out which bus is coming from this board, but it doesn't show the roads.
There should be a board near the station to show the whole map of all the bus routes and their lines, maybe mark some landmarks.
For night classes, there are also problems. Some city buses only have services till 9 during weekdays. Students who have classes till 10 need to figure out other ways to go home, such as pricey cabs. And the weekend only operate until 7 on Saturday and nothing Sunday.
I couldn't choose the late classes because I have to catch the bus before 9, and otherwise I have to take a cab, and that's impossible.
International students hope the city can improve the bus system to give them more opportunities of traveling around town. This is Xingyue Zhang, Daily Iowan TV.
For 2 years, the National Make-A-Wish Foundation's local branch hasn't granted any wishes. But after an event next weekend, they hope to change that. Next Saturday, the 24th, the local wishmakers will host a Halloween hawk walk to raise money to grant a child a wish. They are currently being paired up with a family in need and hope to officially announce the child at the walk next weekend.
Temperatures keep dropping, and I'm about to get ready to get my winter gear out.
It's been a pretty dry fall so far. F.A., can we expect more clear skies?
Mother Nature sure is playing tricks on all the fall fanatics out there. One day it's cold, the next it seems like summer all over again, and it looks like this week won't be any different, and you might even get rained on. Starting out your week on Monday morning, this temp should be a chilly 48 degrees with clear skies, but expect that to feel a bit cooler with the wind. Moving to the afternoon, you should see a jump in the temp up to mid-70s, but also be prepared for that to feel cooler as the wind picks up speed with partly cloudy skies. As the evening rolls around, the skies should clear up again and the temp will drop slightly to the low 60s. As for the rest of the week, Tuesday the temp should be quite similar to Monday with a high of 76 and a low of 55, but there is a 50% chance of a thunderstorm. Wednesday, the chance of rain will continue and the temp should warm up a bit. You can expect a high in the mid-70s once again. Thursday and Friday, the temps will drop down to be more fall-like with highs in the upper 60s and lows hitting the upper 40 to low 50 range. As for Saturday, the temps will continue to go down with highs in the upper 50s and lows in the 40s along with a high chance of rain. Thankfully, you won't have to weather the storm in Kinnick because the Hawkeyes are on a bye weekend for football. That's all I have for you in the weather studio. Back to you at the desk.
The number of teenage pregnancies has dropped in Iowa. According to the U.S. Centers for Disease and Control, the amount of pregnant teens from the year 1990 to 2014 have decreased by nearly 22%. A paper published by the Livingston Foundation stated that less sex, more contraception, and more information is the reason why fewer teens are becoming pregnant. The birth rate, though, has increased for women in their 30s and 40s, in part because couples are starting families at a later time, and medical advances has made it possible for women safely to carry children later in life.
A lot of people take a taxi when they don't want to walk. Not many, though, take a taxi without asking. 26-year-old Luis Ornella Riviera faces a second-degree theft charge after being accused of stealing a taxi Friday morning in Des Moines. When asked why he stole the taxi, Ornella Riviera said it was because he didn't want to walk 6 blocks home after he was discharged from the hospital. Police said the key to the taxi was in his pocket at the time of the arrest.
Every Friday, the Korean Conversation Group holds meetings in Phillips Hall. The group aims to offer students the opportunity to learn Korean language and culture through cross-cultural activities and a language learning environment. Students can expect to gain a basic grasp of Korean culture and basic Korean language skills. If you're interested in improving your oral Korean and making native Korean friends, the group is open to all.
I come to KCG because I'm learning Korean. Speaking with actual Korean people really helps me work on my pronunciation and understanding. And it's really helpful because if you make any mistakes in conversation, they'll correct you and then you can learn from it really quickly rather than in class where you hand it an assignment and it takes a few days to get it back.
What started out as a lighthearted event turned tragic Saturday night in Florida. Police say a gunman opened fire at the annual ZombieCon, leaving 1 person dead and 5 injured. Hundreds of others fled the scene dressed in zombie makeup and outfits. Over 20,000 people were expected to participate in the festival. Police said that the suspect has not yet been caught. Well, Andrew, I hope that you got to catch some of the game last weekend because it was a good one against Northwestern.
I actually did get to catch the game, and it was quite the game. Let's toss it over to the sports studio to catch up on this game last Saturday and all things football.
Thanks, guys. This Sunday is packed full of football here in the sports studio, which is only fitting after an exciting weekend in Hawkeye Nation. The Iowa football team has climbed the rankings after their 7th straight win on Saturday. The Hawks are currently ranked 12th nationally and hold an undefeated record. Football reporters Taylor Brooks and Laura Bulanda were in Evanston on Saturday and have more on how this injury-burdened team came out on top against the Northwestern Wildcats.
A lot was riding on both Northwestern and Iowa going into the game on Saturday. The number 17 and number 20 teams in the nation and the top 2 teams in the Big Ten West. If Northwestern loses, Iowa secures that number 1 spot. But if Iowa loses, they're at a standstill 6-1. But Iowa took the high road and cruises to a 30-point victory and remains undefeated. First quarter early, Northwestern and Iowa both getting nothing out of their run or pass game, but it's Iowa's defensive man, Desmond King, who does what he has done all year. Intercepts the ball to set up Iowa getting on the board first. 4 plays later, Marshall King kicks it in for the 36-yard field goal. Iowa up 3-0. Northwestern's offense getting nowhere against Iowa's defense, especially with the pressure from linebacker Cole Fisher. With 3 minutes left in the first quarter, Iowa's offense gets going once again before running back Jordan Canzeri goes down with an ankle injury. He only returns on the field later with a boot on his left foot. Despite the injury, Iowa's run game keeps surging. Canzeri's backup, Akram Wadley, goes in for the 2-yard touchdown. Iowa up 9-0 due to a missed PAT from Marshall Kane. The second quarter looks to belong to Iowa when Wadley does it again for the 4-yard touchdown. But Northwestern answers back on the offense and defense. The offense gets some movement on the sides for the Christian Jones 4-yard pass from Clayton Thorson, putting the Wildcats within 9. Northwestern's defense decides to show up on this cold Saturday afternoon when C.J. Beathard's pass is intercepted by Trayvon Henry. That turns into a 20-yard field goal by Jackson going into halftime, 16-10 Iowa. Start of the third quarter, Iowa comes out with momentum, scoring on their first drive possession of the second half, where Wadley steals the spotlight with another touchdown. Iowa up 23-10. Some former Hawkeyes even making an appearance on the sideline Saturday. Nothing but smiles from them. From here, Northwestern is unable to answer back to Iowa when Northwestern's Jackson fumbles on the run and is recovered by Iowa's Jaleel Johnson. It's Akram Wadley in for his 4th touchdown of the game, putting up Iowa 30-10. Iowa goes on to score 2 more times, 22-yard field goal by Kane, and running back Derek Mitchell Jr. gets his first touchdown of his career to seal the deal for Iowa. And Iowa slides past Northwestern in blowout fashion, 40-10. Iowa's lone bye week is next weekend, and it's the perfect time for this team to regain their strength and get healthy again after injuries have taken a toll on both the offense and the defense. But as for the defense, they didn't let this adversity get in the way. Laura Belanda has more.
Thanks, Taylor. 4 of Iowa's defensive leaders combined for a total of 27 tackles and limited Northwestern's offense to only 1 touchdown and a single field goal. Now, Iowa's star defensive end Drew Ott may be out for the rest of the season, but this Iowa defense didn't skip a beat. This stellar defensive crew always seems to have a simple explanation for their success.
Just needed to, keep pressure on the quarterback, stop the run game, and just be in the right spots, and everybody needed to be in the same call.
And they definitely did those things, holding Northwestern to only 198 total offensive yards, which is exactly where they wanted to be.
I think it's 250 is the goal. So yeah, that was we had like 6 or 7 goals defensively, and that was definitely one of the ones that we made.
Linebacker Cole Fisher's senior season has definitely proven to be his standout year as he finished the game against Northwestern with 10 total tackles.
It's kind of a crazy thing to think about. It's just been a hugely long battle. A lot of frustration over the years, but it's finally paying off this senior year.
Another standout on this Iowa defense is Desmond King, who tacked on yet another interception.
I'm in a good position to go and get the ball, and every time I'm there, I got it.
There was a lot of talk around Northwestern's running back Justin Jackson, but the Hawkeye defense was able to hold him to just 36 total yards.
He's a tough runner, so he's a very good back, and we did good just containing him and keeping him closed in.
Though Iowa was able to hold Northwestern to only 10 points and shut them out in the second half, this defense is always looking to improve.
Yeah, 10 points still is a little, it kind of hurts, But, we just need to, fix the mistakes. We still have a bunch of mistakes, and we can just get better.
For Taylor Brooks, I'm Laura Belanda here at Ryan Field. We'll see you on October 31st back in Kinnick Stadium.
Thanks, ladies. That wraps it up here in sports. Stick with Daily Iowan TV the rest of the week as we give previews into some upcoming winter sports, as well as an update on men's and women's basketball from the Big Ten Basketball Media Day. Back to you guys at the desk.
Talk about a carb load. Guinness has just certified a record-breaking piece of bread. Over 60 French and Italian bakers worked to bake a baguette over 400 feet long. The baguette was made at the Milan Expo 2015 World's Fair and was officially named the longest piece of bread in the world.
The maker of Nutella, the sweet spread, sponsored the event. After the baguette was certified, the bread was cut and given on to the onlookers.
I really wonder how much Nutella was used for that. That is quite the interesting story.
It sure is.
That is all we have for you tonight on Daily Iowan TV.
Be sure to check out our website, dailyiowan.com, for all the latest news between now and Sunday. For Daily Iowan TV, I'm Kelsey Sanger.
And I'm Andrew Roberts. Have a good night.